This is the story of a very special dog. His name was Buddy. And he had the biggest heart and the happiest tail in the whole town of Maplewood. Every morning, Buddy jumped on Jake's bed, wagging his tail and licking Jake's face. Jake was 10 years old and laughed every time. "Okay, Buddy," he said. "I'm up. Let's go play." Outside they played fetch with a red ball. Buddy ran fast, catching it again and again. Jake laughed and spun in circles, dizzy with joy. Jake's mom watched from the porch, sipping coffee, smiling at her son and their happy dog. When Jake's dad came home from work, on weekends they went to the dog park. Buddy was amazing at catching frisbees. Everyone clapped and cheered. Buddy was a star. Jake gave Buddy a piece of roasted marshmallow. They lay under the stars, and saw a tiny white puppy stuck and scared. Jake helped the puppy out, and they brought him back to camp. They named him Max. Buddy sniffed him gently, wagging his tail. He already knew this was a new friend. Home, Buddy and Max became brothers. They played, chased each other and took naps in the sun. One day, Jake made a school project called My Best Friend. He drew pictures of Buddy and Max, and told his whole class about their adventures. His teacher smiled and gave him a gold star. Then came the big dog festival. Buddy wore a superhero cape. Max wore a tiny cowboy hat. They won first and second place in the best trick contest. Jake was so proud. In the summer, the family went to the beach. Buddy and Max splashed in the waves while Jake built a huge sandcastle. That night, they sat on the sand and watched the sunset together. For Halloween, Jake was a pirate. Buddy was a shark. And Max was a parrot. Everyone in the neighborhood loved their costumes. At Christmas, Jake hung stockings for Buddy and Max. He filled them with treats and squeaky toys. They wagged their tails so hard, they almost knocked over the tree. As Jake got older, Buddy grew older too. His fur turned a little white, and he didn't run as fast. But he still greeted Jake every day with love. When Jake went to college, he came home every weekend to visit. He'd sit with Buddy and Max, telling them stories about school and new friends. Buddy listened closely as always. One day, Jake wrote a book called My Best Friends. It was about Buddy and Max. He shared it with children all over town. Everyone loved the story. One quiet morning, Buddy passed away in his sleep. He was warm, safe, and loved. Jake planted a flower garden for him in the backyard. He called it Buddy's Garden. Max sat there often, watching butterflies and remembering. Jake hugged Max tight and whispered, "Thank you, Buddy, for every memory. I'll never forget you."